Hey, fake friends. Listen to Fake Headlines podcast using Stitcher Premium.
Use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 free month.
Listen to some of your favorite shows ad-free with Stitcher Premium like
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend,
My Favorite Murder,
Having Funlessness with Jen Kirkman,
Natch Butte,
Office Ladies,
Prompt and Circumstance,
WTF with Mark Maron,
and so many more.
Plus, you get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, and more.
Only $4.99 a month or $34.99 for a whole year.
Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today.
Again, use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 month free. Bye! Hello, I'm Tiffany Dillon.
And I'm Kevin Dillon.
And this is Fake Headlines Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Fake Headlines Podcast, episode number 95.
Hello, fake friends, and welcome.
Welcome to the end of Summer Jam.
Yeah, we did it. It's, we're almost to Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend means only one thing during the pandemic: one more sad barbecue.
Yeah!
Oh, one more lonely barbecue.
One more lonely barbecue away from everyone you love.
Followed by 6 months of being indoors again. Oh, what a world we live in, folks. What a time to be alive, barely.
You know, I feel like we should blame the groundhog, don't you? It seems like that was the last time things were normal.
You know what? That little son of a gun was completely wrong about everything.
You know what? That's it. I'm starting it now. I'm starting a petition that Puxtawny Phil, he's the blame.
He's
the blame for all this.
When does that whole thing happen? When is Groundhog's Day again? I forget.
February 2nd.
Okay, so we've gone past
February 2nd.
I feel like you're repeating
February
yourself like
2nd.
Groundhog's Day. So it happened before the pandemic, so I'm wondering, by the time the next February 2nd comes around, will there be a big celebration? Will it be safe?
Right.
Can you get a little tiny mask on that thing? I don't know. Is it you might get your face gnawed off? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised he hasn't done it already.
You know what? I bet you if they took a mask and tried to put it on Puxtawny Phil, he'd be one of those dopes that wears it under his nose. What a little jerk. You're not helping anybody, Puxtawny.
You can still see your shadow whether you're wearing the mask properly or not. Just get your rump out of the way, man.
Listen to human science, you rodent.
So that's it, guys. Sorry. Puxtawny Phil's the blame for all this because
right.
February was the last time things were normal. And you know what? Science.
And February wasn't all that normal, probably, if we go back to it. I don't even remember. It feels like 10 years ago, but I would take a February right now, wouldn't you? Like, wouldn't you take a February?
I would take a very cold February.
It's so cold your mouth freezes.
I had to slow it down.
as all of your body functions slow down during the extreme colds known as February.
Yeah. Yep.
But would you go back to February? If you could if you could go back and bypass the whole pandemic and just kind of start over again?
And the pandemic never happened?
And the pandemic never happened.
Yeah.
I would do that too.
What?
This has been a lot. And it really hasn't been that bad for us, but it's been a lot. So I can't imagine what it's been like for people that it's much worse for.
Yeah. I do have to say, though, that I don't mean to brag, but I am glad that I'm stuck here with you in our cool place with our cool cat.
Yeah, we definitely we moved into this place last summer. About a year ago.
It was a year ago.
And I'm glad we're here as opposed to our old place. Not that was a bad place, but I just feel like this is a much more
cooler place
to be stuck inside of, I guess. Yeah. And our building used to be a church, so I feel like we're somehow protected spiritually in a weird way. Yeah. I don't know how that works, but I just feel it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there. There's
been a lot of praying on this in this vicinity, and I feel like that is going to help us through this pandemic.
Do you think we'll barbecue out one last sad time this weekend?
I hope so, because we're gonna go out. We're gonna go up to your dad's, and there is
a grill there.
A grill, and there's outdoor. He has no neighbors within earshot, so that's also nice. So we can be socially distant amongst ourselves.
That's right.
So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I would like to do that one last time, one last sad barbecue.
Yeah, we're gonna do one last sad barbecue, and we're possibly gonna go fly some kites. Probably gonna pick some vegetables from the garden.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is too, we're not just gonna fly like your garden variety kites. Like your dad is making kites right now as we speak.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like, who makes kites? What a cool dude.
My dad.
I don't even know how would you even, I wouldn't even know what to start with.
He knows things.
Do you use paper?
No.
What does he use for like the
I don't know. It's a family secret. I can't announce it
okay.
here. It's like Bush's baked beans. Like, it doesn't go any further than the dog. The dog watches it happen, but that's it. It doesn't go any further.
All right, maybe off air you're gonna have to explain this to me a little bit. I've never flown a homemade kite before. I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
an artisanal. Your dad's making an artisanal kite for us right now as we speak. Like, how cool and hipstery is that?
Yeah, he's probably crafting the wood to go onto the cross on the back of the kite from wood that he sawed himself in the wood mill.
Your dad's like a Mumford and Son lyric.
Only he's cool.
Oh, yes. Only he's better to listen to.
My dad's also a musician. Anyway, enough about my great dad. He's also going to feed us with vegetables, so that's fun. I'm excited.
Me too. Vegetables like the carrot you ate for a snack before the show.
You know, who thinks it's weird? I'm waiting for a raise of hands from an audience that I can't see that won't listen to this podcast until a later date. But who has not consumed a carrot straight from the fridge as just a nice healthy snack?
It's just, I've never seen you do that before. It was just very strange.
I was hungry.
I was preparing our tea, and I look over, and you're just getting a carrot out of the refrigerator and just start gnawing on it.
Well, we don't have any baby carrots. We have like regular sized carrots. If we had baby carrots, I'd probably sneak in there and grab like a few.
All right.
It was just like a full size carrot, and it just took me a while to eat.
It took you like 35 minutes to eat a raw carrot.
It did not take me 35 minutes.
You were gnawing at that thing for a while. You just stopped before we turned the microphones on. There's actually carrot dust on the microphone right now.
Information, sir. There's no dust in a carrot.
I don't know.
I don't know how many carrots you've had. But if you've consumed dust along with it, it's probably
a Swiffer.
It's one of those plastic ones that you find in fruit bowls.
My grandma,
you know how occasionally there's a carrot in a fruit bowl?
Of course, just a random carrot. I was at someone's house recently, and they had a bowl of fruit on their counter, and it was like one avocado, one banana, like a cantaloupe, and then a sleeve of saltines. So
what tree does that come from?
I don't know.
I don't think all those things are supposed to go in the same bowl.
No, maybe
it's okay if they mingle for a bit, but I think the cantaloupe can taint the other fruits. Like, it can make them ripen too fast or something.
It was almost like a junk drawer of fruit and snacks.
A junk bowl.
A junk bowl. There was a corkscrew in there and a set of keys that no one knows what they do.
Are you sure that when you went to this party, everyone did just bring a piece of fruit and everyone just like put their fruit in the bowl?
It was one of those kind of parties.
It was one of those parties.
I got I almost said antelope. Not. That's not the right word. Who brought the antelope? It barely fits in the bowl.
Cantaloupe. I got the antelope.
Oh boy. I said I was horny, but not horny.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say antidote. Like, somehow that made more sense. I don't know.
I guess it kind of does when there's food involved.
I got the antidote. All right.
That's how I like to bust into parties. I got the antidote.
Just for clarification, Kevin was not at a party during COVID times.
Yes. I was on a film shoot.
That's all it was.
In a stranger's home with a weird bowl of fruit.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk about that some other day.
Kevin, what is this podcast?
Well, Tiffany, what we're doing right now is called Fake Headlines Podcast.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, folks, is Tiffany and I have both looked through the internet during the last couple weeks.
We just thumbed through it. Casually.
Just a casual light read of some strange articles. So we looked for some bizarre headlines or the headlines that tickled our fancy. And we selected one that we wanted to present to the other. And along with that, we made up 2 headlines of our own from our own imaginations. And we have written them down. We have not shared them with each other ahead of time. We will now present the headlines to one another, and we'll try to decide what these headlines could be about. And we'll try to figure out what the real story is amongst the 3.
Yeah. That's a terrific synopsis.
If it sounds like fun, press continue at home on your iPod. We'll wait.
Actually, better yet, go to Apple Podcasts, pull up our podcast, and hit the 5 stars.
There you go.
And then share it with your friends.
Indeed, that's good advice.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, everybody, take your podcast tape out of your Walkman and flip it over to side 2 and hit play.
Beep.
And
Tiffany, that's for all you 80 babies out there.
So, Tiffany, I believe
Smooth tape flip. Sorry, go ahead. I felt like a radio show host, you know?
Smooth tape. That's good. That could be your DJ name. This is Smooth Tape Flip here at Radio 95 FM. We got some real jams coming up on the B-side right now.
Side A.
Chumbawamba coming at you. They may get knocked down, but they get up again, just like America.
Pissing the night away. Kevin, I have headlines for you.
Yeah, I think you're going first, is what I was going to say.
Yeah, I am.
Flip. So let me hear what the headlines are this week.
Okay. Kevin, headline number 1.
Yes.
Collectible Halloween s'more packs to be released by Hershey. Collectible Halloween s'more packs to be released by Hershey.
Released by Hershey. Okay.
Headline number 2.
Headline number 2.
New fragrance promises to deliver the sweet, mythical essence of puppy's breath.
Okay.
New fragrance promises to deliver the sweet, mythical essence of puppy's breath.
Puppy's breath.
And headline number 3.
Headline number 3.
Highfalutin bunny to be the first rabbit to hop onto the cover of Vogue.
Ooh.
Highfalutin bunny to be the first rabbit to hop onto the cover of Vogue.
Hop on the cover of Vogue. My handwriting is super sloppy, so I'm going to have you retell those headlines when we get to them. Just going to put that out there right now because I'm terrible.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you have to revert back to writing in hieroglyphics, but I can assist you the best I can.
Yeah, this is why that stenographer job did not work out. I was like, nope, I'm not going to use the little typewriter. I think I got this with my series of hieroglyphics that I've made up ahead of time.
Is it a mummy moonwalking?
It is. It is.
I didn't know Ray had those kind of moves.
Yeah, that actually means Vogue magazine in my hieroglyphics. Isn't that weird?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, mummy moonwalk.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very strange.
Cool.
I know. It makes sense to me anyway.
Is the iris god of Iris? Is that the puppy? It is. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah. See, you're already learning. It's like Rosetta Stone right here. You're learning it language very quickly.
Wow.
Almost too quickly.
This is so cool. Okay, Kevin. First headline: Collectible Halloween s'more packs to be released by Hershey.
Well, I'm glad you did read that because I thought it said chewable Halloween Sinclair is what I thought I had written down.
Okay, yeah.
So perfect. A collectible Halloween s'more pack.
Yeah.
I like that. So is it a collectible Halloween? Is it like a costume? What if it was like a costume you could put on that was made of s'mores? Remember those like the costumes you'd get in the 80s? It was like the completely non-fireproofed plastic, like it was like a smock of like a character. Like if you were into the Ninja Turtles, it was just like a smock with a Ninja Turtle body on it, and then a mask that you couldn't breathe through, and that was your costume?
I did not have that same experience as a youth.
We are from different generations.
Yeah.
This is generation. I'm talking some serious Generation X shit here.
Yeah. My Halloween costumes were generally whatever clothes were available to me in the house I lived in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, sometimes we were hobos.
Do you mean most of the time you were hobos? There's a costume that you just can't, that's never coming back. The hobo costume. Like, even the word hobo, I feel funny saying it. Like, it's like you can't, it's like it's like let's dress up like somebody misfortunate. Like, that's not good.
Like, the only time I ever want to be any sort of hobo or a sad clown is if I'm trying to portray Emmett Kelly or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in which case that's pretty recognizable.
Yeah. But just like the dirty kind of hobo look is just kind of like, Nick, what are you saying here?
And not to discount it, but it was a lifestyle. These people would travel around, work here and there, leave symbols for each other. It was a whole culture.
Oh yeah, when I dressed as a hobo as a youth, we actually just hopped the rails, and we would start Halloween in my hometown, and we'd end up in Syracuse. We just hopped the rails.
Did you inspire Boxcar Kids?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was my ragtag group of friends looking for candy.
You guys are the original Boxcar children. That's so cool. You're like celebrities.
Yeah, any costume we dressed as, we were really in character that year.
I not only married a man who has the same name as a celebrity, but inspired some celebrity level books from my youth.
Wow, you seem very turned on right now.
I'm into it.
And we'll be right back after these words.
I think one of my favorite Halloween costumes when I was a kid was my mother used to sew a lot, so that she made me a Princess Jasmine costume. I was a chunky kid, so this is very silly, but like it was definitely like a little like belly sort of top and like big sort of parachute pants. But it was pink and purple, which at that time when I was like 9, those were my favorite colors.
Oh, that's cute.
I may have been younger than that, probably 7 or 8.
You were
maybe.
17.
I was 17, admittedly. Still a little chunky, but cute in that little crop top. Ain't no shame.
That's cool that she made costumes like that. That's nice.
Yeah. So it was usually like clothes that were laying around or things that she could make easily. I don't really recall having store-bought costumes, but maybe that's why I'm so creative today when I have costumes and stuff. I usually just kind of whip something together that I find at Goodwill or whatever.
When I was very little, it was definitely, I was of that era where you bought the, generally speaking, you had those kind of costumes. Like I was a stormtrooper. I was just like the mask and like the little smock that looked like the stormtrooper outfit or whatever. But there were a few years where my parents helped make a costume.
You had a Ghostbusters one. That's my favorite.
The Ghostbusters one. And then I remember I was Dracula one year. I remember I had like face paint on and stuff like that, which I'm assuming a parent did. I don't think I was allowed to do that. But my dad made like a Ghostbusters backpack out of I think we've talked about this before, but like a plastic like wash bin that you would maybe put in the sink to do dishes in. Kind of like flip that upside down and put some, so made it so cut out some things on the bottom of it, and then stuck some like what would you call it, like
buttons?
A gauge.
Oh, gauge.
So,
yeah.
And like it had like a battery hooked in there, so like the gauges would move, and like there was like you remember those like visors?
That's like real detailed stuff.
He was an amazing man.
Like an accountant visor hat.
Yeah, well, the ones he would get like at the fair that had like the blinking lights on it.
Oh, very different.
Do you remember those though? Did you ever see those? It was like a visor with like a blinking lights that would go across the forehead.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, this was a popular thing when I was a kid. Like whenever we went to the fair, I wanted a blinking light hat.
That's so funny.
So Dad used the little lights from that and made like lights blink up on the thing. It was amazing. So that was the only thing. And then for like the clothing, I just had like a T-shirt with like a Ghostbusters iron-on patch on it. We didn't have like the whole jumpsuit or anything. But the backpack more than made up for who cared about what I was wearing. I could have been nude, but no, that would have been weird. I shouldn't have been nude.
No.
But I could have just had a whatever on. But Yeah, that was probably the most those are two of the most memorable costumes I had that involved some creativity and work, not by me because I was a very boring, uncreative child, but my father was incredible. But the costumes that we bought at the store, I remember a stormtrooper and that's it. I'm sure there were more, but I don't remember them.
So if you were to incorporate that Halloween costume into a s'more, what elements from Ghostbusters would you use to make a s'more?
Well, I think Slimer would be the nougaty center.
Like the marshmallow?
Well, the
not the Stay
Man.
Puft?
Well, I went in a different direction.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. And then maybe the backpack would be like the graham cracker.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right?
thinking too. I was thinking Slimer could be like not white chocolate, but he would be white chocolate, but it would be like white chocolate dyed green.
Or like
But
a mint chocolate.
Oh, that's a good
Maybe a
idea.
mint
But I don't know
chocolate.
how mint would taste with a marshmallow though. That would be a gross.
Would that be weird? I guess I don't really have marshmallow mints. You don't really hear that combination too often.
No, the only time you really get something that's kind of similar to that is like an after dinner mint that they have at weddings.
Oh,
sometimes.
those are so gross.
Yeah.
It's like
they
a
get stuck
soft
in your
chalk.
teeth.
Yeah. Who likes that? That's like the worst candy.
So that's why I was saying white chocolate,
Yeah,
but it's just
yeah.
green.
Okay, I could see that. I do like the idea of like a mask or something being like all like marshmallows or something.
Yeah, that's really fun. So it's collectible Halloween s'more packs. So
Yeah.
like it's like supposed to be like a set of what you would make a s'more with traditionally.
Okay. So do you think maybe for like maybe so it's not maybe costume centric, but maybe it's sort of like the graham cracker is like shaped like a little coffin,
Yeah.
and then like the chocolate is chocolate. You can't change chocolate. I mean, chocolate's just chocolate, folks.
I mean, you can, well, I guess with like the Slimer thing, like you could have chocolate in different colors, right?
You could. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea too. Is maybe a layer of chocolate, and then you arrange the marshmallows in a skeleton formation.
Oh, like that dancing skeleton in that little cartoon?
So that's inside the coffin. And so then you put the lid on the coffin, which is the graham cracker. You roast it. You ghost it.
That's so
and then
fun.
you toast it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we got to call
I love
Nabisco
it
right now.
I love it. That's so great. So good. Trying to think. What else? So what else is Halloween centric? So maybe you could have little black cats as
Ooh,
like
there
the
you go.
chocolate Hershey bar,
I like that.
or a little ghost,
Well, the ghost
As a marshmallow?
marshmallows. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
and then for the graham cracker, maybe you could have like a creepy castle shape,
Oh, there you go. That works.
like in Scooby-Doo or something.
Yeah, yeah. I like the idea of a marshmallow mummy
That's fun.
because it looks kind of like a mummy. Wouldn't it
Yeah.
kind of look like it?
Yeah, that would be a really good one, I think.
And then do a chocolate drizzle to outline all of the wrappings.
Oh,
I think I just created a great dessert.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think this is really fun. I like the idea of having like little collectible packs, and maybe what's collectible about it is like the packaging.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I want to eat that stuff.
Right. Maybe it comes in like a collectible tin that you can use next year to collect your candy in or something.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But I do like the idea because it's always kind of cold on Halloween, being at the end of October and all. Maybe it's a nice way to kind of end the night after trick-or-treating is to just kind of stand outside and or maybe this year maybe trick-or-treating won't be happening in the traditional sense that we're used to.
Yeah.
Maybe not on as grand of a scale. So maybe this year there is going to be more of a novelty around that kind of thing, where instead of maybe put on a costume, you dance around the fire, make a s'mores, then you burn your costume as you burn your memory of 2011 out of your mind.
Yeah.
2011. 2020.
Wow.
What's happened to me?
Where have you gone?
I don't know.
Come back to the future. Maybe take me with you to the far future. The way you described the end of the night, like dancing around a fire, it was like very much like a witch's cauldron sort of situation.
Right.
Like, boil, boil, toil and trouble.
I come from a long line of
Witches?
s'more eaters.
Oh.
Yeah. That does sound fun. I was never I grew up in you grew up in a pretty rural situation. Did you have
Yes.
to go for trick-or-treating? Did you have to go somewhere to like a different base to like then do your trick-or-treating out of?
Yeah, we usually went to the closest city.
Okay. which was where? Lake Placid? You're way up there in the mountains.
I don't want to say.
I know. But that's what we did too. I grew up in my area was pretty rural for the most part, but so we would maybe go up our street and maybe there was like 5 houses we would go up, and then we would have to go to my grandmother's house in town.
Yeah.
And then kind of use that as the base for the rest of the night. But I do remember going to one of my grandma's neighbors' houses once and knocking on the door. I mean, they had their porch light on, which is the universal symbol that, yes, we have candy in here and we're prepared to partake.
We're prepared to give you things for free.
But I remember knocking on the door and a guy answered the door, and I'll never forget this. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't celebrate your trick or treat." And there were like 2 kids in the background just kind of staring at me very jealously. And I was like, "Oh man, what goes on in this house? I don't like it, man. I don't like it."
That's weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, what a creep.
Maybe they were for religious reasons,
Well, it
but
could be.
he didn't have to be so callous about it.
Yeah, and
turn the damn light off, man.
and get your kids some candy.
You understand Halloween. Just turn the light off. Give your kids some candy. It's going to be free for them anyway.
Yeah.
You know it's safe. There's no needles, no razors, no
Right.
poison in any sort of way unless
Yeah.
you incorporate that yourself, in which case you're a criminal and you shouldn't be a father.
So turn your light back on so we can stop by again and check in on those kids. We're worried about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that guy.
Wow, what a weirdo.
And we have him right here. Folks, let's join him on the podcast.
Weirdo guy, hello. Welcome. How are your kids? Dead? All right.
We'll be right back after these words.
From his lawyer. Kevin, what about headline number 2?
So headline number 2, new fragrance that involves puppy's breath.
Yeah, it's a mystical fragrance.
A mythical fragrance.
Yeah.
So does puppy's breath, is there a scent to puppy's breath?
Have you never been around a puppy, man?
No, I haven't. I have allergies. I'm not around animals. Dander makes my nose run. I don't like it.
Probably the last puppy you were around was my dad's dog.
Yes. You're probably correct.
So yeah, puppies do have a little bit of scent to their breath. It's
like a sweet smell? More of a urine-y kind of fecal.
It's not
garbage.
It doesn't smell like poop. People want to smell it. It is. I guess kind of a sweet smell.
What would you compare it to? You think? If you had to compare it to a food, what would you compare it to? What's the first food that pops into your mind? I'm not saying the puppy's a food.
I'm just trying to equate food to a puppy's breath.
Yeah, it's weird. Warm hot dogs?
Oh no.
No, okay.
No, it's more like I don't know how this is going to come out, but
I love it already.
Like a milky flower?
Oh, yes, that classic smell, Milky Flowers. Oh, Milky Flowers. He pitched for the Yankees in '84. I remember Milky Flowers. Milky Flower. That does sound kind of nice in a weird way.
Yeah.
Milky Flowers. Milky Flowers. That is my favorite 2-word combination I've ever heard in my life. Why have you been holding out on me all these years? That's beautiful.
I don't know. We've never had a conversation about puppy's breath, I guess.
Which does seem weird in 13 years that we've not broached that subject yet.
Yeah.
So do you think it's like a you know how like I don't know if this is really true or not, but I think I think it was true at one point, but we've since moved on from this. But natural vanilla flavoring,
it does come from the vanilla bean.
yes.
Yeah.
But at one point we did see some articles about how vanilla
Came from anus sacs.
a sac near a beaver's anus. Look it up online, folks. I'm not lying.
It might be.
But do you think that the puppy's breath is like a similar thing? Not from the anus, but from the mouth. Name of a movie I was in college.
Human Centipede?
That's what Human Centipede translates to overseas.
Yeah.
You want to go to the movies and see Not From the Ass from the Mouth? It's rated R.
See you later, Mom. I am not sure I'm following your logic.
I guess where I was going is, do you think that...
I'm laughing so hard I can't keep my eyes open.
We're driving. Please keep your eyes open. Do you think that that somehow we're extracting the scent from the puppy's mouth and somehow getting it that way?
I think it's more of like a Ariel Ursula sort of situation.
Explain.
In The Little Mermaid.
I have not seen it.
Yes, you have. We watched it together, you fool.
We did. Maybe I have seen movies and I just forget them immediately.
Where Ariel
I have seen it
signs
once.
a contract, and then Ursula is like, sing to me, and then she's like, ah, ah,
Yes, okay.
ah. And then she you see her soul of music leave her body, and then it goes into a clamshell where Ursula keeps it until she decides to go above ground and have legs of her own.
Gotcha.
She takes Ariel's voice. So it's kind of the same thing. They extract the breath of the puppy.
Ooh.
Hopefully they stay alive.
Yeah, I was going to say, this doesn't
They don't
sound
kill
good.
them. They don't kill them. They just, they're not cats, so they don't have 9 lives, but they have I don't know, at least, a couple years to spare, because they live, and then it's they've lived 7 years already in a year, so
that's what this year feels like. Are we cats right now?
No, dogs they have 7 years. Cats have 9 lives. Dogs have 7 years lived in 1 year. I don't know how it works. Math is weird to me. It evades me when it comes to animal lives, but anyway, so they have
Yeah, to me it's we're all on the same planet, so one revolution around the sun, we should all be 1 year.
the same.
Are dogs from another planet?
Probably.
Oh my god, dogs are aliens.
They're our best friends. Except for you, Chloe. You're the queen of the house. I had to put little headphones on top of her so she can hear our dog conversations.
We put her in a
Really
soundproof booth.
Yeah. I don't know why we wouldn't put ourselves in a soundproof booth, but
yeah, since we're doing a record, we record a lot. We should probably invest in that. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, they take this puppy's breath and they chop a few years off of the dog's life. It's okay. He still lives a good life, It's still a good life.
It's like veal.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not like he dies after the breath is over. It's just, he could live 20 years, but it turns out he only lives 13, and that's okay. That's still a good long life for a dog. So they take this breath, they put it in a clamshell, and the next thing you know, they bottle it with some water or whatever juju juice they want to put in there, and make magic mystical perfume mixed with the puppy's breath in this bottle.
I don't like that I'm
visualizing it. Well, that's how it's made.
I don't like that I'm causing a dog to live less so that I can smell better. I don't know if that's right.
This
it's the way God wants it.
This mystical perfume is not vegan and cruelty free, unfortunately.
It is very cruel.
There are some effects.
It is very cruel.
I don't think I can partake in it myself. I prefer to use cruelty free items.
But that does. I bet you. As long as no animals are harmed during the production of this, the idea of this scent of puppies being around, it sounds like it's very comforting.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain sort of, I don't know. For me, I guess you kind of think about it. It's it's a puppy.
Yeah.
It's just you can't help it. Oh,
Right. Now you've had a lot of dogs growing up. Were they all from the puppy stage, or were some of them?
It was
or
a
was
mix.
it various ages that they were introduced to you?
Yeah, my dad had a dog named Lightning, and she had a puppy named. Well, I named him. It was one puppy.
What'd you name him?
I think I was 6 at the time. His name was Dude. I named him Dude. Dude.
It's a good name.
Yeah. He was a good dog. Real sweet. He had puppy's breath.
Aww.
Yeah. Both of my Blitzens.
Yeah.
I had 2 Blitzens. That's right. Couldn't let go of the name. I loved it.
Each one, the breath sweeter than the last.
Yeah. Good pups.
Yeah. See, I'm not familiar with I guess I'm not really familiar with the puppy breath. It's been a rare occasion that I've been near a puppy. So I've missed out on this.
Yeah.
But I do like the comforting idea of a puppy's breath scent.
You're the kind of person that I just want to drop in a pool of puppies. Like, not with water, but like...
Oh, okay.
Just
I was going to say, it sounds very violent.
Like, just imagine, like you're on the floor and, like, all of a sudden you're just, like, covered in puppies and they just love you. Like, I could just see you giggling.
That does sound very fun, actually.
I know. They're so cute.
Why isn't that a thing we can do where we can just get, like, lowered into a pen filled with puppies for, like, a half hour?
Because hopefully they're in homes.
Well, that's true. Yeah, well, okay. All right. That's fair. That is fair. I'd roll around with some puppies.
I know. They're so cute.
I think we'll get a dog one day, and I don't think we're in the right...
We're not in the dog stage.
We're not in the right stage. Yeah, we don't have the right lifestyle and home, I think. Right, yeah.
Yeah. We
don't have like a... Yeah, I mean, we could make it work somehow, but I just don't feel like we're in the right position yet for it to be a good dog. We have a cat. We're doing a great job with her. She's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
She's healthy as a horse. She's actually a horse. I checked into it. That's why she's so healthy. That's why we have so many carrots in the refrigerator.
Look, Chloe and I like to nibble on a carrot once in a while. Don't worry about it.
Well, hey. To me, I say nay.
Hey.
That's also for horses.
I know. So horrible. Okay. Kevin, headline number 3. Highfalutin bunny to be the first rabbit to hop onto the cover of Vogue.
Just want to make sure I understand this, because I feel like there's been a lot of bunnies on the cover of Vogue, if you're talking about the rabbit cage, because I'm sure there's been a lot of old issues of Vogue used at the bottom to like line the cage.
Oh, I was like, what? I don't understand. No, not in that context.
Oh, okay.
My love.
Okay, so you're actually talking about a highfalutin model bunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a famous rabbit.
Like a Jessica rabbit?
No, like a real rabbit.
Okay. So it's not a cartoon.
Jessica Rabbit was a cartoon lady who was married to Roger Rabbit.
Right. She took the name by marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was her maiden name? I don't know.
Johnson.
Did they go into it?
No.
I don't think they go into it.
No, I think it was just something.
It was, well, Tiffany, I'm glad this came up, because here is a stack of some of my Roger Rabbit fan fiction that I've been working on during the pandemic.
Wow, babe.
Yeah.
Babe, it's really come a long way. It went from an idea to papers.
Yes.
A pile of papers with some weird pictures.
I wrote it in hieroglyphics again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could definitely tell those are bunny ears. Oh, never mind. That's not a bunny ear. Kevin, do you know any other famous rabbits?
Let's see. We have Roger.
Uh-huh.
We have Bugs.
Uh-huh.
We have Velveteen.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We have... That's it. I think I'm tapped out with rabbits.
That's great.
What else? Who else is there?
Anyone who was forced to sleep with Hugh Hefner.
I think they were there. I'm not sure they were there under their own free will or not.
That's why I'm saying forced.
Yeah. They were as forced as that stupid captain's hat he used to wear all the time. Is he alive? I don't even know if he's alive.
No, he's dead.
Is Hugh Hefner dead?
Yeah, I was kind of glad when he died.
Whoa. That's a bold statement. Really?
Yeah, he's gross.
Well, he's gross, but I mean...
He stood for nothing, I believe.
Yeah,
he also, Marilyn Monroe didn't release her pictures for the purpose of being in Playboy. Like, he bought the pictures, and then she reaped no benefits from that.
What are you, her lawyer?
No, I just find that really gross.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's kind of a skeezy guy.
He was disgusting.
I mean, not as bad as like the guy that started Hustler. That guy is much worse.
Yeah.
Much more.
I mean, I have nothing against women posing in magazines.
Sure.
Like if they feel comfortable doing that and they think that's the best way to express their femininity, then that more power to them, you know, work it. But I think Hugh Hefner's disgusting.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I think that I don't really know much about him, but now as I'm thinking about it, as we're talking about him, like there certainly was a power dynamic there where he was a very rich, successful guy that could get you into a magazine. And so how much did that influence affect the choices people made around him?
Tale as old as time.
Right, yeah, and it's really kind of skeezy. I'm sure, you know what I mean? Like using that power and to kind of manipulate all these women in this environment into this sexual playground for yourself. You know, that is kind of fucked up. I'm glad he's gone.
Hollywood has always had kind of a tinge of that, where it's always been like that sort of dominance in charge.
Yeah, right.
I think there's very few females who were able to break through and change that dynamic, but that's not about this. This is not a feminist rant. But so famous rabbits.
Sorry about that, folks.
That have been.
It's an interesting thought, though.
It is an interesting thought. Yeah, absolutely. I also can't think of any other famous rabbits other than Bugs or Roger.
Easter.
The Easter Bunny, that's a huge one. It's a huge one. And the lion who plays the Easter Bunny in those Cadbury egg commercials. Let's not forget that one. Most important bunny ever.
Isn't there like a Peter Cottontail?
Yeah.
There's another one.
And the Velveteen Rabbit, you're right. Yeah.
Isn't there like an 80s rocker with the last name of like Rabbit, like Eddie Rabbit or Freddie Rabbit?
I like that you have to lower down to that register to really find who this person is. I'm not sure who
Gabriel
it is.
Rabbit. That doesn't sound as impressive.
Phil Rabbit?
Phil Rabbit. It sounds like Phil Rabbit or like Eddie Rabbit. It sounds like a guy who had like a mild soft rock hit in the 80s and is currently very disappointed that he's not going to be able to perform at various state fairs this summer. Poor guy. Yeah, that one song. You remember it.
We were talking about the history of Hollywood and how this sort of idea of dominance goes back a long way. Vogue is actually probably as old as motion pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
And Vogue is mostly, it is a fashion magazine, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it was a newspaper.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Fashion newspaper.
So why would they have a rabbit on the cover? Do you think it has to do with the sort of promotion? Because I'm imagining that I'm imagining the cover of Vogue is somebody like normally, the established norm. Somebody once told me. Sorry. I'm imagining that somebody on the cover would be like made up. So I'm wondering if the bunny rabbit on the cover is there to celebrate sort of cruelty-free cosmetics.
That could be.
That you're putting, because animal testing and things like that are still very real, unfortunate things that are happening in the world. So maybe this is a way to. But then at the same time, though, would you really want, even if it was cruelty-free, isn't it still cruel, though, to put makeup on a rabbit?
Right.
Because it's still.
I don't think they're putting makeup on this rabbit in this photo shoot.
That's what I was imagining. What's wrong with me? Am I deranged?
Know. There's
I was.
Hey, dude, check out that latest episode of Vogue episode.
That new editor, Kevin Dillons, a real weirdo. He's got makeup on a bunny rabbit on there. He should go.
Maybe it doesn't quite. Maybe it has something to do with like a famous rabbit. Like where do you see like the most famous pictures? Usually on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a unification of the two worlds where you have this published magazine I'm doing math. That's the face I make when I do math. So
you shut down and start drooling?
Yeah.
It's weird. Don't do math. Let me handle the math from now on. I don't like that.
How dare you? I am a woman and I will math.
Just don't do math when we're out in public together.
Okay. You either. It's embarrassing to watch you count your fingers.
And toes. Honey, can you get the check? I didn't bring my flip-flops. I can't count these.
But maybe it's a unifying of using the modern platform of Instagram and the 100-year-old Vogue and bringing the two of them together. Maybe this rabbit is internet famous.
There you go. Okay.
And it happens to wear fashion.
I don't know why I became a weird Robert De Niro.
I don't know, babe. I don't know.
But also I was thinking too, maybe it is a model who has a rabbit pet with them.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how the rabbit made the cover. Absolutely. Maybe it's I don't even know who a famous model is nowadays.
Gigi Hadid.
Okay, Gigi Hadid in a rabbit, holding a rabbit, perhaps.
Yeah, she's very pregnant right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know any model. Like all my model references are supermodel names from the 90s that just were in the ether that everybody kind of knew about.
That's okay.
Like Carmen Electra, is she a supermodel? I don't know. Carmen Electra with a bunny rabbit.
I like when you gesture for a bunny rabbit, it's like you go full circle, like you're making a crescent moon with your hand. And then it's like you're bringing it into your body. Like you're just like caressing a giant bunny, bringing it into you. Letting
it know that I am here to support it and its choices.
That's nice. That's a little cotton ball tail.
They call me Peter Cottontail for a reason.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What?
Kevin, one of these headlines is real, love.
Well, this is the part of the show that I don't like because I'm never right.
That's not true.
So we have collectible Halloween s'mores. We have a new fragrance of puppy's breath. And we have a bunny on Vogue. These are all very bizarre. Mm-hmm. And I really don't know which one is real. I really don't. This is going to be just a 100% guess. I have a 1 in 3 chance. So please don't get mad if I pick the right one, because you're a sore loser.
I am.
I'm going to go with headline number 2, the puppy's breath, as being the real story.
Headline number 2. New fragrance promises to deliver sweet mythical essence of puppy's breath. Kevin, that is the real headline.
Really?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really just guessed. I had no idea.
That's okay. That's okay. That was a great guess. I mean, I guess my headlines weren't that great this week.
This is what I was trying to avoid. God damn it! Just accept it happened.
So,
they were great. It was really, I really had no idea. It was a delightful conversation of nonsense, and that's what I love. And so we're all winners.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Kevin, hold on to your dog butt. But this article is from Doggington Post.
Oh, my God. I love it.
New fragrance promises to deliver the sweet mythical essence of puppy's breath.
Do you normally go to Doggington Post and you just happen to see this one, or did you find it through like another third-party link?
I found it through a different link.
Okay. You don't have to tell me where. I just wondered if this was something you knew about that you didn't tell me about.
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to pronounce this fragrance, but I'm going to pronounce it the way I think. So, Demeter?
Okay.
Demeter? I'm going to go with Demeter. Demeter fragrance, the folks that bottled such unique scents such as kitten fur, PB&J, and crayon.
Oh, crayon. Why would you want that as a fragrance?
I don't know.
You smell waxy.
Wow.
I want to wax that.
You smell like art class. In 3rd grade.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, you're watering my colors.
Have found a way to bottle the magical experience of meeting a new puppy for the first time in their newest scent, puppy's breath. How is this real? It is. It is real, and it makes me sad. At a time when comfort is at a premium and people are adopting pets in record numbers, which is great.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
Demeter Fragrance Library chose this time in particular to launch their newest sweetest scent, Puppy's Breath. While the fragrance, which is available as a cologne spray, shower gel, body lotion, massage oil, mini splash, and atmosphere diffuser, doesn't smell exactly like Puppy's Breath, it's reminiscent of meeting a new puppy.
I like there's a massage oil. Like, what a sensual time to have with your lover where you're applying Puppy's Breath scented massage oil all over their body. Like, that's kind of weird.
Wow, you smell like a milky flower.
Oh, I'm so...
Ugh.
Relax.
According to their website, Puppy's Breath is a revelation of warm, wet, and wonderful comfort.
Warm, wet, and wonderful. That's what it says when you enter the Seattle city limits. There's a sign.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where the rest of that sentence was going. Thank you.
Instead of saying thug life on your stomach.
Slightly sweet and undeniably organic and alive.
Okay.
This fragrance captures the experience of meeting that new puppy for the first time, up close and personal, a rainbow swirl of happy feelings and memories. It remains transparent, even as is full, rounded, and transparent, mystical, like the breath itself.
Wow.
If dog is man's and woman's best friend, then the relationship with a puppy is near mythic, which is why this fragrance took over 20 years to perfect, because good was not good enough. This fragrance had to be mythical.
Damn.
Yep. They also have other fragrances available on Amazon.com. Dirt.
Oh, come on.
Pure soap.
Couldn't you just use soap?
And as mentioned before, crayon and kitten fur, with prices ranging from $15 to $27.68. Very specific. So there you have it.
There's a designer imposter version that's just like warthog breath.
Frog's breath. It's from
Frog's breath.
A Nightmare Before Christmas. Sally.
I don't know what that means.
Aww.
I'm kidding. I have seen that movie with you. I remember.
Yeah.
Well, that was really fun.
Thank you.
Great job.
Yeah.
And folks, we'll be right back with the second half of the show in just a moment. I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't know.
All right. We'll be right back.
Fake Headlines Podcast is sponsored by Kitty Box Press. Kitty Box Press is an independently owned print shop located in Rochester, New York. Each piece is handcrafted using only eco-friendly materials, resulting in a beautiful artisan work. With no minimum orders, no setup fee, and made with lots of love, Kitty Box Press wants to be your go-to screen printer.
Kitty Box Press can print just about anything from t-shirts to totes to posters and invitations. Follow Kitty Box Press on Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to visit them at kittyboxpress.com for more information.
Thanks, Kitty Box Press.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, we want to tell you about our favorite record store, Revolver Records.
Located in beautiful downtown Buffalo, they have two locations, Hurdle Avenue and Elmwood Avenue. Can't get to the store right now? Place your order online at revolverrecordsinc.com.
With the largest selection of new and quality vinyl in Western New York, Revolver Records specializes in all genres of music, from rock to soul to jazz to really whatever you're into.
Revolver Records isn't limited to just selling vinyl. They have all the fun stuff to go with it, like turntables and speakers.
They also have pins, hats, and t-shirts for the whole family. Not sure what to buy that music lover in your life? Get that old hard-to-read so-and-so a gift card.
During coronavirus restrictions, shipping and delivering is free within a 5-mile radius of the shops. Otherwise, get it mailed straight to your door.
Either way, it gives you an opportunity to put on pants for the occasion.
Remember, that's RevolverRecordsInc.com.
Bye. And we're back. Yeah.
So Tiff, my love, my wife, my number one.
Mm-hmm. There is no number two.
Ride or die, if you will. I don't even understand what that means.
I don't know.
Do you know what it means?
No.
I kind of hate that phrase.
I do too.
Because I don't know what it means.
Get out of here.
So I'm going to take it back. You're not my ride or die. You're my ride and ride.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I accept.
It means a good thing, I guess.
I love you.
Let's look at these hieroglyphics I drew describing it.
Okay.
So Tiffany, I have 3 headlines here. You want to hear them?
Yes.
All right, Tiff, here are my 3 headlines for this week.
Okay.
All right, headline number 1, strange animal tracks located near Fukushima nuclear disaster site. Strange animal tracks located near Fukushima nuclear disaster site.
Okay.
Headline number 2, mysterious giant safe appears in farmer's field in upstate New York. Mysterious giant safe appears in farmer's field in upstate New York.
Okay.
And headline number 3, flying jetpack man rescued by hot air balloon. Flying jetpack man rescued by hot air balloon. And those are my headlines 3.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Only one is true.
I do not write in hieroglyphics or shorthand. In fact, I write in perfect calligraphy so that I can read each and every word back. Just kidding.
Your notebook is like those lined papers with like the solid lines and the dot lines in the middle.
Oh, like what they give you in elementary school?
That's what you're using over there. Perfect letters.
Out of here.
You and your perfect letters.
That's not true. Okay, so
it's perfect.
Thank you. It's not. Okay, so headline number 1.
Headline number 1, mysterious...
Strange animal tracks near nuclear site. I forgot the city.
Fukushima nuclear disaster site.
Fukushima, you too.
Hey, that's rude.
So Fukushima is in Japan, right?
Yes, it is.
So this would be a nuclear site from World War II?
No, this would be a nuclear site from 2011. The nuclear meltdown.
Oh, that's the one where the meltdown happened. Right. After the tsunami.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, we saw
on Dark Tourist.
We saw there's a show on Netflix called Dark Tourist, which I would recommend.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that, it's so great.
If you like weird shit and you like travel shows, this show's for you, folks.
Yeah, feel a little uncomfortable, but also be like, wow, that's interesting, but also like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So on that show, the guy travels to Japan, and one of the things people do over there is they will go on a tour of the nuclear disaster site.
Basically, you're pushed to the edge of how much radiation you're willing to expose your body to.
Right. Everybody's got a little radiation meter with them to see. Some people bail because it's like they don't know what the effects are going to be.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
So there's a strange animal track?
Strange animal tracks.
So,
yeah, man.
Is it clearly it's an animal that they don't recognize, but are they thinking that maybe this is an animal that has been affected in some way?
Could be
by the nuclear site
radiation, right?
Radiation, yeah.
Could be a Mothman. Could be a Mothman in the making.
You think that a moth was exposed to this radiation and is now a man?
Yes, I think there was just the right amount. Hey, man, science.
You're an all-star.
And nature happens in weird ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, what if the moth got caught and it was just the right, like
it went toward the light and then it realized too late it was a mistake, and there happened to be a man right there, and then all of a sudden they merged and it was like
also a mistake.
I've run into men before that I found to be a mistake.
You've merged with people. In college, I merged.
Let's not get too far.
In college, I merged with someone, and it was a mistake. It was a mistake.
This was a mistake.
It was a one-night mistake. Let's just say I rather would have woken up next to the Mothman. Hello, folks. Is this thing on?
I think I saw the Mothman. He prophesied something bad was coming, and he was right. No one came.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, so the animal tracks, what do you think? Some kind of weird clawed foot or something like that appearing in the tracks in the snow? I don't know. Does it snow there? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know geography. You're asking the wrong dude.
It gets cold there, yeah.
It does, yeah. They do experience seasons.
Maybe it's just, maybe the animal didn't deform into something strange. Maybe it was an animal that has learned through advanced brain capabilities brought on by the radiation, has learned to wear human shoes. And they're mismatched, which is why it's perplexing.
Well, of course. I mean, you're gonna find 4 of the same size shoe laying around.
I know.
I mean, you might if you're at like one person's house, maybe. But
yeah.
Things have been wiped out there.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna find 4
perfectly matched shoes unless you're like, I don't know, an animal frolicking through a shoe store that's been abandoned.
Right, like a Foot Locker.
A Foot Locker.
It appears the animal has one foot that they, let's just say, pump up.
Pump it.
It's got like one Reebok pump, one Croc. One foot is filled with holes. We believe that's how the creature absorbs nutrients from the ground.
In comfort.
In total comfort. Did I mention that? Did I mention this is the most relaxed animal you could want out here?
This animal could not be more relaxed, even if they smoked a bowl.
It's impossible. That brings me to the third foot. We believe it's just got a bowl on its foot. We believe it's just how it eats. So we don't know. We're not sure. That's what the markings indicate.
And over here we have a classy Louis Vuitton. Okay.
You know what's really weird about like nuclear energy to me is that it is the weird thing about nuclear energy to me is there's a lot of it happening in the world that we don't really talk about it. We're really focused on the traditional electricity, and then we have hydropower and wind power and solar power, but we never talk about nuclear. Like, there's nuclear generators all over the country, all over the world. There's like 400 or 500 of these things all over the world.
My dad mentioned one to me recently when he and I were talking, probably last week, and we were talking about certain areas of the region. Recently we went and visited this really cool park, and near there, in one of the towns near there is a nuclear plant, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was there.
Like, I thought nuclear energy just was how the Simpsons world operated.
Yeah.
Like, we don't talk about it very much.
No, that's not really something anyone teaches you.
Yeah. And it seems like it's very, like, I mean, obviously we've only had a few disasters, like a few environment shattering disasters, but considering how much of it's being used, I guess it's not, like, the safety record maybe isn't that bad, but when shit goes wrong, it really goes wrong.
Yeah.
That's the downside, right?
Yeah, it's very disastrous.
And the weird thing to me about it, too, is that it is like nuclear technology. It's like energy released by splitting an atom. So it's like this tiny thing is causing so much.
Right. Isn't there... This tiny thing is causing so much. Not the name of your tape.
Hey, thank you. We got it recorded. That's what this all was all about. Show's over.
So, isn't there, what is that called, where there's a thing that's always going that it could cause the Big Bang at any moment? What is it? It's like a clock, a time, a place. Another time, another place.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's like this
like the
molecule thing where the
is it the thing that's always flying around, the Higgs boson thing?
Isn't it in the world? Like on our planet? Not. It's on our planet, not like in outer space.
Yeah. Are you talking about? I think it's is it the Higgs boson?
That sounds
thing?
right. Yeah.
Where there's like a particle shooting around like a tunnel, like an underground tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that like anything that like one little thing could go wrong and then suddenly it's like the Big Bang all over again?
Possibly.
Isn't that something?
I think you're right, because I mean, because these particles, right? The atom, when the atom is split, a great amount of energy is released. It's really great for them.
Meanwhile, Eve is over here like tapping her fingers. All right.
I guess I'll split my own atom after you fall asleep, you bastard.
I'm going to eat this apple for energy. No!
Don't do it, no. I think what you're thinking about is the atomic clock, which is just the timekeeping, like the official time.
Oh, is that what it is?
But I think you're mixing the two together. You are correct.
It could be.
There is that machine that is shooting a particle around in a circle, and they kind of monitor. I don't know exactly what they're doing with it. It's kind of like The Flash. Remember the TV show The Flash, where the guy runs around in that thing? Yeah. It's kind of like that, but with a particle.
Okay.
And I think that there are implications that could be catastrophic should something of that nature go wrong.
I think this is one of those things where like ignorance is bliss.
We don't know enough about
if we don't
this
think
topic.
about that,
let's not talk about
then
it.
We don't.
The world's not going to blow up.
Feel even more horrified.
But yeah,
at least it would be quick.
Also, the name of never mind. But the idea to I don't know a lot about science. We've established this, but the idea that splitting an atom, which you can't even see, causes so much energy to happen that could then be harnessed to then power things, like that's fascinating to me. Like, how's that possible? How can something so tiny be so destructive? But yeah, that's so bizarre to me that something so small going wrong could be so destructive, but yet we're like, it's happening all the time.
Like we're still okay with it. Yeah.
Like you said, like we're kind of ignorance is bliss. There's these nuclear reactors in our own state nearby, within a few hours away.
Did you want a podcast?
Chloe, do you have something to offer? Are you a nuclear scientist?
Do you have a degree? Is it because we said catastrophic too much? I assure you it has nothing to do with you.
You're safe.
You're astrophic.
But that is scary, though, that like anything so like it has such a like if a windmill stops working, well, we've got the regular grid to deal with. Like we're okay. Like a windmill breaks, you fix it, but it doesn't cause mass chaos and disease and the destruction of the land and things like that, where like that area in Fukushima or Chernobyl, like these are like Chernobyl's still like an uninhabitable place.
Yeah,
and it's been decades.
It's not going to be for another couple hundred years, probably.
That radiation sticks around forever still, which is, again, is like why this tiny thing causes all this awfulness. It's so strange to me.
Yeah, and it's unseen.
Radiation, the silent killer.
One of.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah.
But so maybe it could be just a regular animal with some shoes on, or maybe it could just be.
I like the idea of it being an animal with some shoes on.
Yeah, I don't want to see
pulling some hilarity pranks, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to see like a mutant animal out there. I'm not ready for that, and I'm not ready for an injured animal to be like dragging its leg or something, causing a weird.
Yeah, mark. That's right. That's right. Or maybe it's like two different animals, but wearing like a horse costume.
Yes, I like that. Yeah. It's an aardvark and a
mouse
puppy. A mouse puppy.
Yeah.
A mouse and a puppy. It's Fievel goes nuclear.
Yeah. That's fun. Kevin, headline number 2.
Yeah, so headline number 2, mysterious giant safe appears in a farmer's field in upstate New York.
So just a guy out tending his fields.
Yep. All of a sudden there's
one day everything is normal. The next day There's a giant safe there.
Giant safe.
Is it like one of those ones that you would see in a bank?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's like maybe like a half ton to a ton. Big metal or steel.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
That seems like a lot. I'm not really sure what that equates to because my brain doesn't understand tons. I
don't understand anything really. I mean, you think like if we're driving and the GPS says 1 mile, turn left. I don't know what a mile means.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I got to turn right away. Do I wait? Is it 10 minutes from now? When's the mile happen?
I don't. Yeah. I know. It's perplexing even when it's like 300 feet ahead and I'm like, is that now? Like, how long is my car?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I look over at the screen. It looks like I should turn right now, but I think it might be early. I don't know. It's confusing. I know you're trying to help me, but it's making it worse.
Wrong street. Oh, the turn's right here. Right, I missed it.
Like, it's great for directions, but it's bad for my anxiety.
Yeah.
It does not help me.
So it's a big safe that maybe someone took a wrong turn and left their safe there. It just fell off their wagon.
That could be. Could have been, took a corner too hard in a flatbed, got a big safe on the bed. It was a couple criminals. Mm-hmm. They just robbed a bank.
Yeah. They tried to escape with it using a kite.
A homemade kite.
Turns out you can't fly a safe.
You can't. You can fly safe if you become a member of JetBlue's new Miles Reward program. Use offer code. No, I'm kidding. We don't sponsor it. You were kind of into that for a second.
I was.
Like,
I was listening.
Shit, did we get a new sponsorship?
Is this us? This money? We fly for free now? What?
We get free baggage. Our baggage fees waived if we get people to sign
Baby,
up.
when you married me, you got free baggage.
And lots of additional fees I was not prepared for.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's why I call you Tiffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for not calling me baggage.
I have emotionally stuffed everything in the overhead compartment, so I can't say a thing.
I came with a full set. I have a carry-on, one of those big suitcases, one of those loose suitcases, a couple of totes.
All my emotions are shoved in the overhead compartment, and I'm stuffing my face with those little cookies at the snack cart.
Oh, man, I want one of those cookies.
Biscottis or whatever they're called. Oh, they're so good.
Man.
No. What if the safe was filled with biscottis?
Yeah, I'd lock that shit up, too.
Or Bischoff cookies. Or
yeah, those so good.
Brought to you by Eric Bischoff.
So many wrestling.
So a lot of wrestling talk tonight. I miss it. I used to watch it quite a bit.
So how else could this get here? It only seems like it could be a hijinks. That, or for some reason, aliens thought that it was valuable, and they tried to...
Right. They couldn't crack it.
They tried to pull it up into their ship using some sort of magnetic force. They failed to do so. Carried it for at least a little bit of time. Oh, and then... just suddenly there's always like that one clumsy alien, who's like, I got it, guys, I got it, and then like he spills his coffee, and then like all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, and so he drops the safe, and they're like, oh, we gotta go back to the atmosphere, we can't go back for it now.
Ah, Gilbert.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
I think that's what happened too. I like to think too that when they were trying to get the safe open, they were using like their anal probe on it, trying to get the safe open.
You think, yeah, and it's a multi-use tool.
Trying to crack the case. It's like a Swiss Army. Aliens have like a little Swiss Army knife. It's like an anal probe, a little toothpick, bottle opener. All the things you need for space travel. Mm-hmm. A little neck pillow. I like the idea that
because they have tiny necks but big heads.
But
their neck pillow would be small.
But their heads is a lot. The heads, the neck's supporting a lot of weight on the head.
Yeah. It's mostly air. A lot of it, like they don't need like huge brain matter because a lot of it is just like
it's just
thought.
Yeah, telekinesis, telecinosis. I think you're onto something there. I think it's got to be some kind of hijinks, right? I mean, it's either it fell off and rolled into the field. Mm-hmm. Or it was placed there purposely to see if somebody could get into it, which that could be it. Maybe it was a thing where it was like, see if you can get into this thing.
Is it in the middle of a corn maze?
It was in the middle of a cornfield.
Okay.
But yeah, not at the end of a maze, though.
Have you ever been in a cornfield? Because the whole damn thing is maze. Get it?
You jerk.
Get it? It's mace.
That was good. That was very good. That was very, very clever. Yeah. So, what do you think would be inside the safe? Anything?
Probably. I would think that maybe there's things in there like a wardrobe, like clothes.
Okay.
You know, I
what you would put in a safe?
I would lock up my best clothes.
If you had, if we had a 500-ton safe in our home,
it would be photographs and clothes.
Photographs and clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the name of my autobiography.
Yeah, I guess that's probably what I would want to what I'd want to prepare for the safe would be photographs or things that are actually photographs. I'd probably want to put in a fireproof. Is it fireproof? I don't know. The safe?
Most safe should be, I think.
I would think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would put it in there. Mm-hmm. We do have a safe here. I'm not going to tell you where it is in case you come over. But we do have pictures of like hard drives of our backup of our photos in there. 'Cause that's
in our wedding. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's something I don't want to ever lose should, God forbid, there be any type of bad thing that happens.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I would probably put that in there. Maybe... well, I was going to say that for some reason I was thinking like supplies to like survive like a panic room, but then it's like if you jump in the safe and close it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So don't put food in there. The quicker it's over with, the better.
You're like the guy from A Good Place. The Good Place. What's his name? I forgot his name. I can think of his real name, which is Manny Jacinto, but I can't think.
Oh yeah.
Of his character's name.
I can't think of it either. Why can't I think of it?
I know. Jason.
I was going to say Jan. Is that weird?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, to be fair, I mean, he was like a monk with a weird name.
No, that's true.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So for real, if I had a safe, yeah, it would be photographs and anything else that I thought might be valuable, like passports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Any sort of mementos that can't be replaced, which are usually photographs and maybe little things.
Do you think the safe was open or do you think it was closed?
I think it was closed. Mm-hmm. That creates a better mystery.
That creates the mystery, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of mysterious either way, because how would someone get a heavy thing out there without anybody seeing it?
Maybe the farmer did it and he just wants attention.
That could be. Maybe it was like in the center of a crop circle.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Or as I call it, a maze circle.
Amazing. Maybe old MacDonald had a farm and he was lonely. And he was like, I'm going to create this ruse. Bring people to my farm.
That could be. Maybe it's all that's an interesting point, because maybe it's a type of farm where they have some kind of store there, you know, like there's places like that around that are selling their fruits of their labor, so to speak.
Yeah. So
maybe it is like to create some kind of online mystery to bring people. That's a good idea, actually.
Buy your milk, buy some eggs, gather your fruits and veggies, but also come see the mysterious safe in the middle of my field.
Take a crack at the safe.
That sounds like a trap for murder, though.
It really does.
That's weird.
I think you're right, though. I think that's a good idea. Like it brings some intrigue, and you can maybe you are able to kind of tinker with it a little bit while you're there. Maybe it's like the part of the novelty.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Actually, it's kind of smart.
There's like signs pointing to this way to tinker the safe.
There's a person
that's perfectly safe.
There's a person standing there with a sign around their neck that says "safe." Like, I'm safe. Thank you. Please come tinker. There's a scarecrow whose eyes move. You're like, that seems a little suspicious. This seems creepy. I'm going to call the gang of Scooby-Doo over here to solve this mystery.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, headline number 3. Flying jetpack man rescued by hot air balloon.
Wow. How did this man end up in the air?
Jetpack man.
So high?
Yeah.
Above me? He's so lovely.
He's so high. Yay. Well, do you think it was like so the guy was rescued, so maybe do you think he was rescued in midair, like he was like floating and then the balloon floated over and grabbed him, or do you think maybe he flew up somewhere and got stuck and then the hot air balloon had to go up and grab him and bring him back down to Earth?
I think he made it to Emerald City. And the only way to get back is a hot air balloon. And clicking your heels, but I mean, that's the longer route, you know?
Yeah.
There's
That's
a lot of
easy
lessons
pass.
to be learned there.
Easy pass lane is the balloon.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, maybe it was a man, right? Yeah. He flew up, took his jetpack, didn't read the instructions, of course. He was just like, guys, I got this.
Yeah.
And then like
I've seen space movies.
He hit turbo blast and like he went up way too fast. So he probably passed out because of the force of
I thought you meant
not
Star
Darth
Wars.
Vader.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
Because of the is it centrifugal? Is that the word?
Excuse me?
Centrifugal?
What are you saying to me? Are you coming on to me? I think you're right. Centrifugal. I think you said it right.
When you say it out loud, it seems weird. Like you see it in your head.
Yeah.
Or you hear it in that Faith Hill song.
I feel like I'm saying cervix or something. Like a word I shouldn't be using.
But the motion that goes up.
Yeah.
And
yes, motion.
So it's kind of like the thrill that people get when they're on a roller coaster. So maybe he went up way too fast and then he passed out.
Oh, yeah.
So then he was just like kind of floating.
Oh, no.
So then what's the next best thing? Hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon rescue.
Quick and speedy.
Right.
So then like the person carefully floats their hot air balloon up.
Quick, someone call the hot air balloon. You see like people slide down a pole and they go over to like the basket and they're like, get the sandbags, we gotta cut them loose, we gotta go.
Cut them loose. Who's we gotta light this thing up, let's go.
Who's got a match? There's too many of us in the bucket. Someone get out. We need room for the person we're rescuing. We can't all go every time, Balloon Rescue Squad.
Who's got the lasso? How are we supposed to get this guy down? Come on.
Who brought a Dalmatian? We don't have time. We're at the fire department.
Just emergency hot air balloon.
Emergency hot air balloon. Thursdays this fall on the A&E network.
They have to keep the weight in the hot air balloon down, so like they only go up in like their skivvies, you know what I mean? Like it's a little cold, but they make it work.
Gives everybody a thrill.
Yeah, that's right.
I love the idea of hot air balloon rescue. Or we got to call in the ambulance, and it's like they're waiting on like the Goodyear blimp type, like a dirigible to arrive. Should be here in 45 hours. It's flying from Munich. What a weird method of transportation that was.
Yeah.
Like blimps.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's just light some helium up and float slowly across
somehow
the world.
Hindenburg seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
Like,
because there were a lot of people in that, right? Like, I don't really know the whole story.
I think so.
But like when you see a picture of like the blimp, you're so you're just focused on the big round part. But there's that little cockpit underneath. This sounds very...
You got to pay attention to that cockpit. I think is what you're saying.
You really want to look at the underneath there, that little cockpit, and you really want to look in there. Just get a good look at it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like this little piece of it. But really, when you're up close to it, it's probably bigger. It's bigger than it seems.
I think it just depends on the angle. If you're looking at it from below.
Like how many people you think are in there? I think there's a whole cabin of people. Oh, but could you imagine? Like,
all the people.
we're flying cross country. We'll be there in 5 days as we slowly saunter across the country. Just to leisurely linger. Oh, let's get it together. Okay, holy shit. Yeah, what a weird idea that we had to just like use balloons in serious ways. Like they're for decorations of kids' parties and celebrations.
And then we use the helium for other things, like silly voices.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be, folks. Get in an airplane, you jerk. Oh, my God. Yeah, so the rocket guy, I'm guessing, maybe flew up and was stranded somewhere that only could be reached by balloon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't know if we're going to get any better than that. I say we cut our losses. And on the laugh.
All right. Kevin, one of these headlines is real.
Yes.
I want so badly a hot air balloon ambulance to be real.
I love this. This is an idea for a new show we have.
I'm into it.
Let's write this up.
Okay.
Holy shit. So we have strange animal tracks, mysterious safe, and flying man rescued by a hot air balloon.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to take a chance on the safe.
You're going to play it safe by choosing the safe?
Yeah. What are the chances that you would have a New York story again? Do you have that one in Niagara Falls?
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I tipped my hand a little too much here because that's the real story.
What?
Yeah, mysterious giant safe appears in Farmers Field in upstate New York, specifically Barry, New York.
Okay.
Specifically my homeland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So residents of a small town, and this is from fox59.com.
Where is that? That's not local.
No, it got picked up. This got picked up by
it's national headlines, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is Indianapolis, Indiana's Fox 59.
Wow.
So mysterious safe appears in Farmers Field in upstate New York from Barry, New York. Residents of a small town in upstate New York have two questions on their minds. How did the giant safe end up in the middle of a farmer's field, and what could be inside? The safe mysteriously appeared in a field on Kirk Mathis's farm in Barry, New York, reported by WHAM Radio. The safe had a note attached to it saying whoever could open it could keep what's inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a ruse by the farmer.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I know the Mathis family. Like I worked with some of them. I'm sure they're related somehow. I mean, it's not a super common name. Good people, not ruse makers,
right?
As far as I know, but it could be. I don't know. I'm just
sure.
Who knows? The safe had a note attached saying whoever could. The safe had a note attached saying whoever could open it could keep what's inside. It could hold millions of dollars. It could have confetti in there, said Cindy Vanishout of the Barry Betterment Committee, whatever that might be.
Confetti's fun. Just
you have no idea.
Maybe put down a tarp first, just in case it's bad for the environment. You don't know.
That's true. Locals and authorities alike have tried and failed to crack the safe. They took a sledgehammer to it and knocked the dial off and handle, says Mathis.
That seems like the worst idea you could have.
Don't break off the one thing that's keeping it locked.
What?
This next quote is erotic. They worked on the hinges.
Yeah, they did. Still couldn't pry it open, huh?
Exactly. Mathis, who was out of town when the safe was discovered in his field, said he doesn't know who left it there, but he now plans to hide it, saying it's more fun to leave it locked. If you open it, the show's over, he said. In these times, with the virus and the politics, it might give people a chance to set their problems or troubles aside and have a lot of fun talking about it.
Aw, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good positive spin. Good for him.
Yeah, and there's been a bunch of updates.
How have I missed this? It's so weird.
I know. I was nervous that you would see it.
I was nervous you saw the puppy one. Is that weird?
No, I definitely did not see that one at all. Let me try to find a quick update here. Update.
We totally blew through all of the Unsolved Mysteries episodes, and I am just itching for more.
Yeah, we need those right away.
But we've been watching, like, periodically we'll watch the old ones on Pluto TV. They have a whole channel of Unsolved Mysteries, and it is a delight.
It's just episode after episode served at you. It's beautiful.
Love it.
So there's an update from the OrleansHub.com. There was an article from the 19th of this month that says safe left in farm field will be donated to the Barrie Historical Committee.
Oh, it doesn't look very big.
It doesn't, but it is like a 500-pound safe.
Yeah,
apparently. It's like iron or something. Yeah.
Historical Committee, huh?
Yeah, it says a safe left in the farm field in East Barrie Road will be donated to the Barrie Historical Committee and will be displayed in a future Barrie museum.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
What a fun little thing for people to come and see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Okay, so it's an unsolved mystery near your homeland.
It is. It's right up the road from where I spent a lot of time as a youth.
That's cool.
So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Nothing ever popped up in the fields around me when I was a kid except for dirty magazines. Those would always pop up in the fields.
But you grew up not far from... I mean, not that these magazines have anything to do with what I'm about to say, but the first Santa school, that's where all the Macy's Santas were trained.
Oh, that is... yes, those two things are not connected.
They're not... well, maybe they could be. I mean, they are grown men.
They are.
To each their own.
They're men with desires. Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say you grew up near a prison, because that's what I also...
And Amy Fisher was there. Yes, you're right. Mm-hmm.
But because growing up as a kid, like playing outside, you would hear like the announcements from the prison. That's how close we were. Get back inside. Okay. Sorry.
Wow.
Is that mom or is that the PA system at the prison down the road? Yeah, pretty wild, huh?
Wow.
Weird stuff. It's wild.
Oh, great job, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you join us next time. You can reach us. In the meantime, reach out to us on social media. There's many ways to do so, including Fake Headlines Podcast over on Facebook and Instagram.
Also at FakeHeadPod on Twitter. And you can also email us at fakeheadlinespodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're not sure where to listen to our show, you can always go to fakeheadlinespodcast.com. That'll point you in all the right directions. Also, Apple Podcasts. Even if you're not listening on Apple Podcasts per se, maybe you're a fan of Stitcher or Spotify or whatever other way you can listen to us. But please just go to that Apple Podcast app and click on the 5 stars for us.
Yeah, we're available pretty much everywhere. Laughable, people use that. Mm-hmm. That's a great one. But yeah, anywhere that you can rate us. And then also just tell your friends. Tell everyone about us. Tell everyone you know. Share our stuff on your social media. Reach out to us. I mean, we'll share your stuff on our social media. Like if you were like, hey, like you send us a quote or something of... how you feel about the show, we'll put it on our social media.
Yeah. Or if you have something to promote, we'll be happy to share it as well.
Yeah. If you have a small business that you're looking to have a little bit more eyeballs on what you're doing, let us know. We'll try and help you out there.
We love eyeballs.
We love eyeballs.
So check us out online and please do us a favor and hit that 5 stars for us on Apple Pods. And I guess we'll see you next time, folks. We'll see you next week.
Bye.